Yeah, so it's Tweek 0, aggressive player versus aggressive player. See what happens. Matchup is supposed to be Cloud's favor. Yeah, I'm not really gonna talk about the matchup too much because we've seen it enough, I feel like. I just want to talk about what the players do. Okay, so Tweek is probably trying to get below Aba and set up like a falling up air. So downer kind of catches Tweek for being a bit greedy in terms of that like juggling option. Aba jumping back, throwing out shadow balls. Just trying to see if Tweek's gonna overcommit right now. And generally playing safe because like if Tweek commits early and Aba doesn't, Tweek probably get hit. So Aba's able to control the pace of the match since he's floating and has all these great zoning tools, a shadow ball, fair. You see Tweek keeps running in, he gets hit with the straight down air, catches the tail. Nice floatiness from Aba, really helps here. Nice punishing, out shield with the aerial. Nice back air. Oh, big rush with the dash attack. Yeah, Aba's giving Tweek a lot of space. And even though Tweek has limit, he can't reuse it to get in as a result. Forward air. So he gets a back throw. And I think this is a bad decision by Tweek. And I think right off the bat that Aba is winning because he's making Tweek press buttons. And Tweek is like, he's just falling for the traps, the baits. That was a good down there. Yeah, he had no options though. He was dead regardless. Nice shadow ball. And yeah, that's essentially what Vanessa said, is that Zero myself should have checked the whole like ratio thing before the matches. Oh, thank you, Pierre, for the resub. Or like during the matches, which is kind of ridiculous for like the reasons that you can't. You will immediately think to yourself, "Oh, it's gotta be damage ratio when something feels off." You know, you might just think you don't know things right. So that's ridiculous to say, and that's why I think obvious bias looks ugly in that situation. But anyway, not to talk about 0.9 too much. So you see Tweek presses the button, and the thing is, Aba's letting Tweek essentially get limit because he can't stop it. Like, he can with something way too aggressive, but the point is too aggressive. So I think he's trying to play a more, like, bait and punish game, see if he can slow the rate of limit and get these pokes in, like, here. Like, he played very slow. And he finally got one good hit in. And now Tweek is limit, but he has a 60%, with Abo taking, like, one hit. That was ball, his dash attack. And I'm kind of surprised Abo got hit here. I think Abo's surprised, too. Because, like, that's like a tip of dash attack and skill killed. So I think Aba may have been even DIing up and away or something. Because, yeah, that looks awkward. Down to up air. Back air, up air. Okay, punish, block the jab. Yeah, it's all damage. At least Aba's playing smart, not air dodging or doing anything crazy. He's just taking the damage, getting out of here. Smart by Aba to not down tilt because he doesn't have a punish yet. Back off. Shadow ball. And the shadow ball was smart. It pushed Aba back. And Tweek was smart to not press a button. But the fact that Tweek jumped in the first place was pretty committal. And I think Tweek was expecting Aba to be a bit closer. So once Aba was a bit farther back than Tweek expected, he didn't know what to do. Maybe just fast fall shield was a good option. That was a good read. I like the jab. It catches an early jump. That's a really smart option, is a jab to catch early jump. Which would probably set up for, like... If I just hold the jabs and get Tweek and force him to burn limit, or maybe do, like, jab down tilt fair. Probably a lot of things you can do if you get that jab. Jump, shadow ball, reverse. Tweek goes for aggressive dash attack. Aba misses the punish. I like Tweek's usage in air here. Because Aba's here. Since Aba's are in the air here, using an air here covers, you know, going into this direction, which Aba did. It also lets Tweek nair, and if he sees Tweek's falling towards him, or Aba's falling towards Tweek, Tweek can do like a falling up air, and all these things, and basically, Aba isn't able to get a good hit, and let's look at the situation again. Like, Aba's forced to the ledge, or do like a fast full air dodge, or like something really aggressive, and the only thing that really escapes the situation for Aba, if I was fading back here or jumping, if Aba fades back here, he's at the ledge, and Tweek doesn't mind that. And obviously, as you saw here, it's safe. Or relatively speaking, it's safe. And then, I think Tweek could went for a lot more aggressive option here instead of an air. Like, once he realized he had the punish, and he had the air dodge read, maybe he could have gone for a falling up air into something, like falling up air as chase double jump up air. Maybe a back air, maybe even a limit cross slash. I feel like the nair was the weakest option, but it was the easiest to get, and maybe it was going for specifically for nair side B, because it looked like he got... I mean, maybe was expecting Aba to DI in and get caught by nair side B. Regardless, he definitely saw the Abos here and said, screw it, side B. And yeah, I do like the limit usage, because if Aba was more impatient, which normally Aba would be, you get punished. Okay, good read by Aba, the jump. Tweek could press a button to punish that, but if he presses a button and he's wrong, he's dead anyway. So it's a bad 50-50 that Tweek put himself into, because he tried to get the side B, and then he overextended by running off stage. And I think running off stage after side B was the bad decision there. Like, I think the nairs were not optimal, but I think what really cost him that game there was running off stage. To probably try to get a trump. Oh well. Oh, wait, what? So I can understand Tweek switching to DK after being down 2 games, but just 1 game? Tweek must not know what to do. I can see why it's hard because since Aba's playing so defensive, and like bait-based, punish-based, and Tweek's not sure how to punish this stuff. The thing is, you're not sure. Because you can try hitting Mewtwo's tail, but he's not really throwing out many tail attacks, so that's not going to be an answer. If you try to go aggressive with dash attacks and stuff, and Aba does like float back fairs, it sets up a lot of damage. That's actually super interesting. And I'm not sure like how... Yeah, I'm not sure how Tweek is supposed to do that. Because camping hasn't worked out well. I'm just gonna give credit more to Aba, like playing this really well and like figuring out strategy for the matchup. That seems hard for Cloud to deal with. Like, I think, like, slowly I think the metagame is getting to a point versus Cloud where the way you beat him is you kind of don't fight him and force him to commit to things. Because when Cloud presses a button and jumps, he's actually pretty committed to that jump and that button. Despite how safe a lot of his stuff is, on, like, block, on whiff it's not exactly the safest thing, and Cloud's landings aren't particularly great. Jump air dodge, fair. Yeah, Aba's playing really good right now, though. Like, goddamn. Aba's play and decision making and, like, patience is so nice. Nice up tilt. Nice up tilt. I love the frame trap there. Wow, that was super close. I love this nair right here. Jump nair. This cover is obviously Donkey Kong going here. If Donkey Kong threw an attack out, the speed at which jump nair came out would have hit DK's startup. If DK air dodged, nair probably would have caught that, or at least would have forced DK to have landing legs. So that covers this. Basically, this jump nair covered all of DK's landing options here because Tweek didn't input an attack yet. And he was now locked in a situation where Nair was going to come out first before anything, and linger long enough to beat anything. Only thing Tweek could have done was like a double jump or like fade back to the ledge, but that's about it. Forward smash, I was trying to catch Tweek doing a landing air dodge or like aggressive landing option that would have had attacked him out. Basically, I was trying to catch Tweek doing anything in front of him, and it was like an all or nothing option. Ooh, that up there is a big hitbox. Nice platform movement. I like the platform movement. I like how Tweek doesn't commit to hitting the platform preemptively. Because I feel like Tweek had a kind of read on it. Like, you can see, like, Tweek does this. Actually, no, Tweek didn't have a read on this. Because there's a rollback. So Tweek thought there's going to be an attack here. He definitely expected an attack here. And he was going to be ready to punish that attack by baiting it out and hitting him, if not challenging directly. But I feel like as soon as he saw a button and he wasn't sure what it was, he rolls back defensively. And Abba's just stuck in place for a sec. He can shield this, but oh, thank you to Daycrag for subbing with Twitch Prime. I appreciate it, dude. But yeah, that was smart by Tweek and smart by Abba. But Tweek was in a better position because he didn't commit to an attack, and he just ended up having shield pressure. And it's not like Abba's going to hold shield forever, because if Abba held shield here, and Tweek does this back air, now if Tweek does like a second back air immediately, Abba's going to have time to like do drop shield or jump shield attack to get out of it. But if Tweek does this back air and then just falls and does like another back air, it frame traps and basically guarantees damage. So I think Abba didn't want to take the triple back air and instead wanted to try and hope Tweek was going to go for some safer shield pressure setups after the initial safe back air, if that makes sense. Tweek's smart. He's playing the option coverage game well. And I feel like the only problem with what Tweek's doing right now is that Abba's realizing now, like, hey, Tweek's playing this very, like, kind of bait and punish game. And not even that necessarily for Abba, but Abba might be thinking to himself that his game plan is working in general. And if what he's doing is working, there's no reason to fix it or think about why it's working. I think that's the biggest thing, actually, is that I don't think Abba's really adapting and thinking too much. I think he's just thinking to himself, okay, my defensive strategy is working, I'll keep doing it. And yeah. Yep, the dash attacks is trying to get something going. And once again, you see Tweek's not committing to much here. He's going for the safe back airs. You know, the relatively safe back air. He can't really get grab kills now, so it sucks. And I think, yeah, and he realized he can't get grab kills, so he's just going for attacks now. Ooh, catches a jump. Ooh, Abba held down so he didn't get trumped or whatever. Yep, smart, just get a little zoning going. Tries to jump in. I'm actually surprised Tweek doesn't back here, because Tweek's been consistently back here and to cover things like this right here from Abba. Like, Tweek's literally been back airing specifically to cover these kind of like jump in options that are aggressive, want to be relatively safe. But hey, he tries to mix it up and it ends up not working out. He may have even tried to go for a forward smash, but considering Tweek's more like less greedy style lately, it makes sense for forward tilt. And this was super good. Jump to punish a potential jump in, because if Abba jumps here and tries to get mid stage, this jump spot would just let Tweek cover that and cover roll, and Tweek can still react to some sort of regular get up option and put on pressure. Not necessarily punish, but just get pressure going in general. Yeah, Tweek's back, his shield is hit, just boom, up there. Nice simple option. And you see that was like all like a good set of traps by Tweek. Yep, I like how Abba just shields there, waits for something. Tweek has to go to ledge more, but the thing is, he's not going to ledge, so he's taking damage a lot of times. Nice. Now, yep, he's close to Tweek, so he may as well just press Nair. Oh my god, this is scary. This is... Uh-oh. This is actually Ding Dong percents. Oh, I disagree with this option completely here. So, that was a bad lack of conversion. Tweek might have down and away or something, so he's able to tech in place and avoid dash attack. Gets a punish. Abba going for a greedy charge here. And this is just a greedy charge. Maybe he's trying to do an air dodge cancel and like react to Tweek's option. And I feel like that's the only explanation, because he was going to react to Tweek's option, but just didn't. And then Tweek just expects maybe double back air works. Or if Abba didn't air dodge here, double back air would have worked. And if Tweek read the air dodge, he might have been able to do a punch and kill him. Yeah. And then here, I like this option of jumping before he gets trumped. Like, he has a lot of time to jump, so he gets the guaranteed, like, advantage on setting up some sort of ledge pressure. Actually, something worth noting, thinking about, is if you're gonna trump someone, they just act before you trump them. But like if you're both gonna grab ledge, and someone grabs it before you, you're kind of forced in this awkward spot where you probably can't do anything right away because they're gonna cover any immediate ledge option. Yep, jumping again. Yep, staying here, same ledge situation as before. You know, cover ledge situation. Aba's not trying to get caught by safe ledge pressure. The thing is, Aba's now out of cargo percents, which I think the fact that Tweek put Aba out of cargo percents was a poor decision. I think right here, I think this was great. This is all great. This is good. I think after this, though, I think even arguably that back air is bad. But I think every hit after this was bad, because even though he gets hits in, which normally is what you want, when you have a character that is like kind of built around a specific kill percent setup, like you want to have that. You want to be able to land that. So now Aba is not nearly afraid of grabs as he is, because he got back aired. Oh, but he gets the kill, so it's okay. See, and that's another thing, though, is you sometimes just don't care because you get the kill afterwards. Oh, thank you, Xmas Knight 94 for subbing. Sub hype. I appreciate it, dude. Am I looking at chat? I am. I'm only going to really respond to you guys between games and sets because I'm trying to analyze, you know. I'd rather focus on like what the stream is about than, you know, focus in the chat at the moment. That's just because there's a lot of good sets to analyze, though. Like, this tournament has some really good stuff. So now we got game 3. And Battlefield is like, Battlefield is definitely Mewtwo Land. Nice platform. And the thing is, Aba could side beat the platform, but Tweek just wanted to take the 50-50. Oh my god. Oh my god. Aba's at kill percents now, I think. Actually, I don't think he's at any sort of kill percents. A little bit more damage and jab up tilt should kill him now. Yeah. Oh wow. See. Dead. Just because Aba misses a punish and Tweek is ready to react. That is the first time Tweek's gone for that aggressive down air. And it beats the fact that Aba was covering so many options at once safely. Oh, if Aba didn't get that the cancel, which obviously Tweek didn't think that was a cancel, that was a dead Aba. But that was like definitely a good bait by Aba. Very, very scary though. If Tweek just grabbed before the cancel came out, that was a suck. Yeah, this game was fast. Tweek threw out a few mix-ups early, and these mix-ups are like have really put Aba behind. Oh, the game's not over yet, as we see. Oh wow, yeah. And now Tweek's trying to be really aggressive and continue to put mix-ups in. And I think Tweek is expecting Aba to not be ready for this, but Aba's playing the style he's playing really well. So it's not easy to just land like these super aggressive raw mix-ups on Aba. Which is why this matchup is like so slow looking. Nice. Punish Aba in the corner. I like how Tweek reacts to the roll with up tilt. Like, he stands in place, sees something, and as soon as it's a roll, he has ample time to react. Or maybe the up tilt is covering a lot of options. Mess up the down. I think... Actually, I wonder here. If Tweek didn't mess up this down air, would have hit. Because I feel like this might have been a really good down air. Also, I don't know why he showed it here. I feel like if Tweek should have kept playing his normal... Oh yeah, he showed probably because of the platform here. He knows if he's going for the jumps, like the jump back airs, the platform stops that. Anyway, if he didn't mess that up, I think that down air would have hit Aba, and could have actually set up an up air for a kill. Oh yeah, he's Tweek's going to the platforms. Aba's playing generally pretty safe, but he's kind of seeing the platform movement, I think. Plus DK is big, so it's not like he can mix it up too well. That was smart, yeah. He knows that Aba has no answer. I mean, Tweek has no answer to Aba shielding at full shield right now. And Tweek keeps trying to land mid-stage. Aba's trying to cover that. And you see, you know, he's covering landing here. And he's trying to immediately cover this area, which covers platform. But he's a bit too slow. And Tweek just gets out of there as a result. Oh, that was jab up to it. That would be a kill. Tweek's DK is really good, but I'm watching now and I'm just seeing a couple situations where I think he's making a less than optimal decision. And he's still doing really well. Oh, too aggressive, yeah. Yeah, Tweek threw his game away. Bad DI, obviously. But, like, even, like, here, like, he just lets himself get hit by a Shadow Ball by jumping. Like, there's no reason to jump. Well, I guess there's a reason to jump is if Aba win here. So that makes sense. And it's, like, something that next time you watch out for, but, no, overall, Tweek had a huge lead. And blew it by trying to push the lead too far instead of holding it defensively. Like, Aba wasn't tilted enough to get these super aggressive options going and get the lead taken from him. Oh, thank you, Ouija, for the sub/late resub. Sub hype, I appreciate it, dude. Mewtwo. Yeah, no, it's hard to punish Mewtwo stuff, Ouija. That's what makes him a good character. Very easy to kill, but very high kill power and safety. Pretty sure Cargo off stage or down throw off stage, maybe. Cargo down throw off stage might have worked, you're right. If you did Cargo back throw, oh yeah. Yeah, things like that, Ralph. Like, even I didn't realize if you got Cargo back throw on the platform, at Tweek's percent and Oppa's percent, might have killed. Oh well. I signed your Rosa, I get money too. I've jokingly considered, but not really, like charging people to sign their stuff. Like, imagine if eventually Smash gets to a point, Ouija, where I can say, hey, give me $5 to sign something, and people actually give me $5. That'd be really funny. It's never gonna happen, I hope, because that'd be a very weird, like, social experience to be telling people to give me money to sign their stuff. But just the thought of it's hilarious, but also kind of like interesting. Anyway, back to Dreamland. I disagree with this choice completely. I think Dreamland is hurting Tweek so much. Because I think the fact that the platform here is stopping a lot of Tweek's ledge pressure. I don't think Tweek's able to use the platforms to land well enough, and I think Aba's getting a bit more out of teleport cancels than like Tweek is getting out of. I don't know what Tweek's getting off the platforms, honestly. I really don't see why Tweek could go back to this stage. I feel like Tweek would want less platforms. Oh, you're right. That makes a signed copy of anything $5 like more valuable if you're being charged $5 to get signed. I didn't think about it like that. You're right.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, anyway. This might be a Sonic. Nope, not yet. This is actually really awkward right here, and this is, I think, another scenario of like Tweek not being optimal. And there we go. This is the pressure that Aba was afraid of before, and why he was getting hit by back airs. Because Tweek went for a safe nair, which was set up like more up tilt pressure. So Aba held shield. And before Aba wasn't holding shield because he was afraid of like nairs, he wanted to jump out early before the slower safe pressure came into play. But yeah, so that was a really good punish in the nair. I'm surprised that worked. Right here though, I think Tweek should have gone for something else for damage. Because now after this Cargo up through up air, or forward air, up through up air one combo. Oh, thank you Game Man for the resub. Resub hype. And thank you, yeah, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed the analysis. I'm trying a different style this time, and I feel like the style is a bit better. Where I analyze situations a bit more as opposed to mentalities a bit less at the moment. Yet the show doesn't work. And you see, Aba keeps doing this. Aba keeps doing like air dodge through Tweek, nair, all these things to get around Tweek shooting at the ledge. And Tweek shooting at the ledge strategy isn't working that well. I was going for a very aggressive option. And he does the Shadow Ball dash attack because the shield is low after a Shadow Ball that people aren't going to want to shield. And it makes it so it's easy to hit him with any raw attack, like dash attack. Jump, air dodge. So if he just keeps doing this at the ledge, it works out so well. I don't know why Tweek isn't just committing to like this style at the ledge. Yep, nair pressure. Nair pressure is so good. Ooh. trying to think, how does Tweek get this? Oh, it's because he overextended, yeah. Yeah, Tweek doesn't know back air follow-ups, and I think Aba kind of recognized it there because he just punished the back air. But it also could have just been a hit, like, hit reaction, like, oh, I got hit, but it's not any tumble, punish from Aba. Ooh, that was a greedy-ass punch. That's a stock. Oh, what? Okay, never mind. I feel like that would work at that percent, though. Huh. I'm mad at Tweek right here. Tweek had the read. Right here. Tweek kind of knew that Aba was going to press, like, some sort of button. If Tweek just covered this roll with, like, a down tilt or, like, a grab, like, something. Like, I feel like Tweek got too afraid. Even though he had a feeling that, like, Aba wasn't going to... Actually, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But I just feel like Tweek kind of knew where Aba was going to go, but was afraid of him. As a stock? Bad DI by Tweek. Yeah, Tweek should have died there at 139. No, not as DK. Oh, Tweek overextended. Nair dash attack. Nair. Fair. Oh no, Tweek's trying to limit stage too much. Tweek's losing his patience and composure right here. He's doing the same exact thing that cost him last game, where he's trying to end the game and mix up Abadango by playing a little bit less safe. Especially since Tweek's been playing a bit more afraid. And I feel like he's making mistakes because now he's not covering options. Like, I think you can especially see it around here. As he tries to get a read. And I respect the read in the roll because I would have killed for sure. But yeah, so he tries to land mid stage as opposed to ledge. At the ledge. Good cross up. But then Tweek's afraid of Aba here instead of going for like cross up back here under pressure. And I don't think I had reason to be afraid. But yeah, so he misses a chance for pressure. That was a good trade for Tweek, I'd say. But like, he's not covering options. He's going for aggressive back air. He's trying to read the jump air dodge again for a kill. But like, here he's afraid. Like, if Tweek didn't shield, but instead went for like the safe like back air, like safe dash back, into like react to roll, like something to cover these options as opposed to shielding here, I think Tweek could have just won the game right there. Or like at least reset the situation. But as a result of being afraid, Aba's able to get inside, shield, pressure him, and now Aba's just covering recovery options. Nice down air. Like, oh my god, yep. And now it's a neutral. Now Tweek's fishing for a raw up air kill. Yeah, Tweek's very, very scared. That's it. Yeah. Tweek definitely fell apart. Like, he didn't know how to close it out. I think he was trying to just mix it up too much. He wasn't playing the way that was working. But, that's part of being a top level player. Sometimes you gotta mix up, sometimes you gotta realize you don't need to mix it up. I still think the stage was a bad choice for Tweek. I think he wanted the platforms because it helped him get off the ledge easier. But I think if he just wasn't so afraid to continually challenge Aba, like, in neutral and, like, to cover his options like he was before, he would have won. And yes, Tweek did go Cloud Game 1. And I think the Cloud Game 1 was when he struggled the most. His DK was definitely doing better than Aba. And don't think there's much to say on Aba's part, to be honest. Like, he was nairing at the right points, you know, he covered options pretty well. He didn't use much down tilt in the matchup because Tweek was jumping. He mainly for a lot of nairs up close, safe pressure. He got a few baits, like the platform cancel bait, where Tweek tried to grab him, and then just Aba gets out and, like, nairs and punishes with all this crazy stuff. But, yeah. I mean, after the first game, I feel like we knew Aba's strategy of, like, wait, play defensive, you know, kind of, not camp the corner, but don't aggressively go back to mid-stage until the last game, where Aba was playing a lot more, like, aggressive mid-stage, or aggressively getting back to mid-stage. But, you know, after the first game, Aba didn't really change much. But good stuff to Aba. He did take this. He kept his composure where Tweek didn't.